We left off in the last video with the storm having come ashore. It's now past, and we are driving back from where we evacuated to. We're coming back to see just what's going on in town. Let me show you the footage my daughter took on Thursday. I thought this might be a good place to start out. My daughter went to the top of the parking garage in downtown Punta Gorda. She's looking toward the harbor, right beyond those couple of tall buildings and hotels. So if you look out here, that is the convention center in the distance, the yellow building. This entire area, right up to where this parking garage is, had anywhere from 3 to 5 feet of water through downtown. It's amazing just in 24 hours how it's gone from here. This is right in Gilcrest Park. My daughter walked over here and you can see just how deep the water was. Look at that fence. It's, 3 to 4 feet deep right there. And deep enough that a sailboat was able to come up over the seawall, come all the way into the park, and then when the water receded, come down in that particular area right in the actual pickleball court. It's just crazy to see just how deep that is. This now is over right behind where the hotel used to be, right by that little entrance. And again, large boats there, and even these condos, the bottom, this would have been completely flooded out. You can see where the waves broke through the walls of some of the storage areas, but that means that every car in here was either destroyed, damaged, or floated away in all of this. Just devastating, devastating. As she walked toward the sailing club along the waterway, you can see, again, boats just sitting up here on the park. Now, we're not far from the water here, but typically the water's 3 feet lower than the seawall, or maybe 4 in some cases at low tide. And here you go, you see sailboats just sitting up in the grass here. I think my daughter's exact commentary was, "Holy crap."
Definitely got in the garage. But not in the house.
We got back last night after dark. The good news is the house appears to be good. We had a little over a foot of water in the garage, but shockingly, it did not get in the windows or the front door, or the back, frankly. I'm going to show you around the exterior here. There's some palm fronds down. Certainly in the trees, some of them are broken, but in the grand scheme of things, we seem lucky. So do our neighbors over here. Up the side of the house here, well, there's a trash can in the yard. No big deal. Power lines are down, or not power. This is phone and cable. Looks like it ripped them out of the backside of our house here. Well, to give you an idea how high the water was, that mulch bag floated there, and I don't even remember where that flower pot was. Yeah. Looks like where these lines came off the side of the house, it kind of pulled the cable box down. We'll figure that out later. This is kind of wild. Those are both full of water. Somebody's pool skimmer basket. Grand scheme of things, holy Hannah, we're lucky. I know one of you will say something like, "I can't believe you didn't bring your grills in. What kind of person doesn't do that?" The reason is, the garage was full of other items that were much more important to me, and if these got destroyed, I was going to buy myself a new grill as a treat. Grills still seem to be there. Our awnings are tied up still. Check the grills in a minute and see just how wet they likely got. I'm sure this is... shockingly feels dry. Well, some stuff floated up, but just, you know, leaves and whatnot. I don't know what all that is. It's like somebody's carpeting or something. I don't know what that is either. It's not from here. Oh, the pool looks like Louisiana Bayou. Jeez. That's crazy looking. Crazy, crazy. Any idea how close this water was, how high it was? There's a coconut that floated in our yard, sitting on top of this pile of bricks. Look, a lime. Somebody's got a lime tree. And they gave us a lime. The hell is that? Not really sure what the heck this thing is. Wooden, some kind of stake. Jeez. Our power pedestal has seen better days. It looks like the top blew off of it, and so did the cover on this side. But as deep as that water is, I have a feeling it was all the way up to the outlets anyway. It's probably ruined. I would say, in the grand scheme of things, we really lucked out. Yeah, really high water does not look like there's too much that's severely damaged. Everything in the garage is going to be messed up. We'll deal with that. The house looks fine. And what's shocking is, I'll show you the water height inside. You can see a line there. Here, before I go in, so I'm standing on the dock here at the seawall. That water went all the way up and into the Florida room, and in a second I'm going to show you the sliding glass door in there that goes into the house. Alright, we'll go in the back door. My light came out. Figure out what's going on with that. Alright, we moved some of the cushions out here last night, but we left this big teak table. And you can see the lattice work all broke loose up top and came down. See if you can see this. I think that horizontal line right there is the water line. We're talking about within an inch of getting in the house. Isn't that crazy? It really is sad when you look at all of the damage throughout town. This is on West Retta Esplanade, right behind the historic military museum. And you can see there's a sailboat there. There's a sailboat and a large cabin cruiser out in the distance. The boat damage was extensive. Boats that sort of lifted up and floated half off of their lifts. And while this is a boating and a marine community, it's not just that, right? As we drove through town, you can see all the mud on the streets and sidewalks. That's because the harbor was up in these folks' yard. This is the art store downtown, and you can just see all of the damage outside of it. All that art is going to be ruined for sure. And just as you look through here, you see boats in the middle of people's yards. This one's 2.5 blocks from the actual waterfront, so quite a bit of current carrying these in. And the amount of damaged items from within houses that have been pulled out and put on the side of the street is, sort of depressing and a bit of a reality. Air conditioning ducts and desks and furniture. And in the end, we feel really lucky. The fact that our house was spared is amazing to me. And the extent of the work I need to do is pull off a couple of feet of drywall in the garage around the air conditioning handling unit. Let that dry out, and then I'll re-drywall that and we'll be done. Because it's in the garage, it doesn't even require some of the same level of finish that you might do in the house. So in the end, I got off really lucky. And I wish the best for all of those that had more damage than this.